Hello everyone, good evening everyone, and also to critical interrupt. God, my mouth is not very kind of good, and I've only just started. Oh, for crying out loud, is there a break on again? Alright, give me a minute. I still haven't changed my PC over. Give it about 5. Just put something in chat. Yeah, I still haven't got around to changing the PC yet, reloading the PC yet. I think that's what the issue is. I didn't yesterday, and today I've been busy, so give it 15 seconds, and at least then I know it's fine, just with things going on. Right, okay, so we started this before December. I think it was just before December. If you remember, it took me 3 attempts to actually get it started anyway. There was something going on. I think at that time I was having issues with slobs, and I couldn't get a stream going, and there was something else that was going on. Wasn't it? There was probably one day that I'd forgotten that I had my indie game dev. And then the other 2 times I had issues with slobs before I've now moved over to OBS Studio, which is a lot better now for a lot of things, actually. Especially the go live notification, that's an interesting one. So yeah, we'll be doing this today on real hardware. This is my Sega Saturn controller, so it's not anything different. I've accidentally pressed the wrong thing here. It looks like I've saved myself. So you remember last time, possibly, I think we had to go and find the sandals or something? Or did we get the sandals?
During the time of the pharaohs, the city of Karnak was a shining example of civilization that all other nations could only hope to emulate. Today, Karnak lives on, surrounded by the spirits of the past. However, something has gone terribly wrong. Unknown forces have seized the city, and great turmoil is spreading into neighboring lands. World leaders from all parts of the globe have sent forces into the Karnak Valley, but none have returned. The great power of this new empire is quickly crushing the best forces the human world has to offer. The only known information about this crisis came from a Karnak villager found wandering through the desert miles from his home, dazed, dehydrated, and close to death. In his final moments among the living, the villager told horrifying stories of fierce alien creatures that invaded the city, devoured the women and children, and made slaves of the men. Many of the unfortunate victims were skinned alive or brutally dismembered. Others were subjected to unbearable tortures, injected with strange substances, and then mummified while still alive. According to the villager, even the mummified body of the great King Ramses was unearthed and taken away. You have been chosen from a group of the best operatives in the world to infiltrate Karnak and destroy the threatening forces. But as your helicopter nears the Karnak Valley, it is shot down. You barely escape with your life. With no possible contact to the outside world, you begin your adventure, ready to accomplish your mission, praying to return alive.
I'll rewatch through that again. It's just a refresher. Might as well. Has been a month. Right, so I should be able to load. We did look at this last time and it did look like it's saved. No? We saved this last time, which is weird. Does it? Is it not saved because of the fact that the key, not key, it's got a battery? Is that because it keeps asking for stuff? And the thing is, I've got I've got a 4-in-1 in there, so I should be able to save it through that, shouldn't I? Hang on, let me restart this. Yeah, so I've got an action replay in here, so that should... There we go, isn't it? There's one there. System memory, so it does actually have it in. Let's copy this over. Oh, there, Hook. Start getting no cheats. I don't want any cheats. I just don't understand why it's not picking up the save. What on... So we know there's a save in there in the system. It has saved. Just says it should say. We turn this off and then just let me just check something. Unless somebody knows why this is an issue. Let me just check something. Right, so it's probably going to be that the battery's weak. Let me just see if I've got a spare battery. Right, I've got one right here. So let me just see if I can just get that sorted. It could be that we might have to redo this again, but I've got a feeling now that I've backed it up onto the main system, as in main I hope this is not one that I've just chucked in there, but it shouldn't be. 2032. Gonna turn this off and then I'll be back in a sec. As I'm going down here, maybe I should have a little miner's hat and then I can go down. Like, I'll back up for the surface soon. I see where you are. Well, if you want to see the Sega Saturn, so there we go. Oh Jesus, I'm dropping it everywhere now. So I need to go into the back of here. You can see that the metal thing is the called? I think it's coin battery. I must have put one in that was quite weak. It says it's a Panasonic one. It's the same one I've had last time, and it's supposed to be okay until 2030. There we go, that's in. So I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. And I changed it already. Unless they go quickly. I doubt it though. It's not December, I need to go and change that. I'll do that now. It is timers. December off. December schedule off. Schedule on. Okay, that's fine. It's the thing with streaming, you got to remember all the little things you've started. And there's always chance to forget them. If it's not, you've forgotten to change the tags. It's the fact you've forgotten to, I don't know, put on the microphone, or what's another one that people forget? Changing go live notification or the category or something like that. Always something. Is something what coming now? Oh, hang on. There we go. Right, okay. Hopefully fixes that. Where's the cable go? No, not that cable. There we go. There's the controller cable. Please tell me that fixes everything. Okay. What are we on? No, that's kind of weird. That's absolutely bizarre. Why is it doing that? Right, I'm going to do one more test. See if it'll copy back over. If not, we'll just have to redo it. If it continues on doing this, I think what I'm going to have to do is switch over to the Mister, which I believe has a Saturn. Which is a bit of a shame because I wanted to do real hardware. I didn't want to have to do this way. Yeah, look. I can delete. If I delete those two, I'm going to copy this back. Oh, can't. Nope. C copy, sorry, my fault. Okay. Then I can beat exit, start game. Stream is getting serious screwdrivers out. No, just doesn't like it. That's bizarre. It can't because I've unplugged. Because it's still, obviously I had to save in. And I've changed the battery, and the battery is supposed to be good until 2030. And this should be a bad battery. So I don't know what's going on. Unless there's a bad connection somewhere. Oh well. Oh, I remember this. I got the controls in the wrong way around, but never mind. This is Ramses, if I remember rightly.
Welcome, mortal. I am King Ramses. When my body was laid to rest here, my name was not forgotten, and my spirit was blessed in the realm of the dead. For centuries I lived in splendid afterlife, among the most powerful gods of the world. Now, my eternal sleep has been broken by a savage race of creatures known as the Tiamat. These beasts have stolen my mummified corpse and are draining the power from it to use as their own. If they succeed, chaos will spread across the earth like a terrible wave of fire, burning all living things in its path. The world as we know it will die a painful death. It is you, Great One, that must do justice for the sake of mankind and shun this evil. Seek out the 6 treasured artifacts that once adorned my tomb, given to me by the most powerful gods of Egypt. They too have been stolen and scattered across the valley, and are highly guarded. These artifacts hold great powers and will help you on your journey. To begin your search, travel to Karnak and cross the high bridge on the east side of the village. Here you will find a great sanctuary that holds the first of the 6 mighty artifacts. If you happen to lose your way on your travels, return to this tomb, and I will give you guidance. Fear not the power of the Tiamat. Instead, embrace the powers of the Egyptian gods. They will help carry you to victory.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save to the cartridge after I've done here. It should be fine. Maybe something corrupted, I don't know. It shouldn't have done because we've not used this Saturn for a while. What the... Have I gone the wrong way? Yes, I've gone the wrong way. Have I got to talk to him again?
To begin your search,
Yeah, I know. Right, this is where I should have been. Not here, it's here. So I needed the sandals to get up here, if I remember right. I think it's the sandals are jumping. Cannot get used to these controls at all. Oh, right. Can I change? I can. I have to. Sorry, I really need to remap these controls. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So remember rightly, in the second level or the third level you get the Tommy gun. Ah. Don't know what's going on there. Okay. I backed where I didn't want to go, but never mind. I mean, eventually I was going to go there anyway, but would have been nice to finish off the enemies. Aha! Machine gun? Thank you. And the other thing we learned was each key is specific to each level. I don't think you can use the symbol of power in a different area. Something moved. This one I need to run and get. There we go. Symbol of Earth. War. Where's War? Oh, I know where it is. What? There we go. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Trying to get to the bit on the right. Can't remember if I need it or not. I don't need it then. Back upstairs again. Ooh. Almost fell off. What? Okay, so it'll be this way then. Ah, dead. Come on. Oh, you don't see me, that's why. Okay, forgot I had invisibility on. Ads are about popping in about 4 minutes 30? No, 4 minutes 45. I can use a shoulder bonus to strafe, but I'm just not used to it. Sandals should be over here then. Yes. Sandals are jumping. Oh, yeah, but it's jumping one. Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit slippery. There we go.
You have found one of the 6 Sagan artifacts, and your worth as a sturdy slave has been proven to the Council of the Gods. The mighty sandals of Comtet give you the strength to leap higher than mortal humans. Use this gift to scale the cliffs in the northwest corner of Karnak. Beyond the cliffs is a steep path that leads to a shrine in the mountains. The artifact hidden in this shrine is a gift from Sobek, god of amphibious creatures.
Welcome back, everybody. That one, no. This one. Yes. Oh, there was a whole point of the transmitter in this game as well. So, I found out last time. And I think I was comparing this between the MS-DOS version and there's a PS1 version as well, I believe. So, I don't know about the... I think the DOS version doesn't have it. I can't remember the PS1 version that has it. But there's this transmitter as well, which opens up a new game. Oh, that was it. The PAL version of the game, I think there's something to do with a transmitter and it unlocks something. But if you got the North American region, it unlocks a game. But that game doesn't appear in the PAL version because they've not done it yet. So it was sort of weird like that. So that was an interesting one. I think I'll have to go back to Karnak and use these shoes for something. I think that's what we did last time. I think it makes us go up. Don't know why it's doing that. Is this not in properly? Got you. Alright, and this is where the sandals get you. Right, so it sounds like there's a transmitter piece here. You can hear that beep. So I need to trace where that beep is. I can still hear it somewhere. Hello there, BMT. Bit of Exhumed. Yeah, the problem is we've already played this part, but the weird thing is the system memory has saved the level, but the game is not picking it up. So what I'm hoping to do is, once we've done this, I'm going to go and save it and dump the save onto the cartridge. So if anything like that happens again, hopefully it'll be fine. Had the PS1 demo when I was a kid. How does the Saturn version hold up? Feels fine. In fact, wasn't this Saturn version the first one? Where's this beep coming from? I know what it is, I can't find it. What sounds like a bug, sorry? Saturn OG, I think it was. Let me just double check. Exhumed. Not banned. Yeah, it says on, if you want to believe Wikipedia, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. First version was the Sega Saturn, shortly followed by releasing the PlayStation. And then I think it was MS-DOS afterwards. But there are a couple of versions between them all. Issues with the saving, is that system clocks? I don't know. I've just recently changed the battery. Whether that helps, I don't know. But the battery should have been fine. So whether something else is going on. Ah! I hate it when you kind of overshoot something and you think you haven't done and the jump button just decides not to work. Yeah, no. There we go. Right, got the key this time. So, which way do I go? Not this way. Platforming on early FPS games, I respect their attempts. Yeah, I think the worst one. Probably Hexen. I like Hexen, but the platforming in Hexen was just... I mean, with this one, it's a bit different because it's got a slippery kind of movement, like you're on ice sometimes. With Hexen, it wasn't that. I think it was just trying to judge the jumps wasn't fun. That was great, yes, but not the best platforming. Yeah, one thing to note as well about Hexen, trying to think, if you play it in VR, at least you can move your head up and down. So, which, I mean, you could in Hexen without VR, but I think you had to use like page up, page down, which wasn't fun, especially because it was a Doom based one, so you only got to about that far or that far, and it was easy to miss a platform doing that. Yeah, I've got it through my Oculus Meta Quest 2. How did I do it? Because it plays OG Doom, and I used I've got Side Quest, which is really good for some ports. So I might have talked about this before, but Side Quest does Quake 2, Quake 1, and Quake 3. Yes, it does Quake 3. Weird thing about Quake 3. So at the end of each section, you know, when you've done an arena, you get this kind of, you get to look at the map underneath, and sometimes you can still see some of the characters you defeated running around. So almost like this kind of Wendy house? No, like a doll's house. You can see the little person jumping. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's cool, but it's about the weirdest thing ever. I think they do have plans of doing Quake 4. Now that's going to be interesting. Doom, classic Doom's on there. Doom 3 works very well in VR. Surprisingly well, which I think if they do Quake 4, that's going to be pretty good. I think they also did Raze. Is it Raze? So that is all the build games. And that would include Duke Nukem 3D, Blood, is it Narm? There's one on there. Redneck Rampage, and playing it through the VR was the first time I played it. Redneck Rampage is quite a tough game. Mind you, speaking of which, I think seems to be a thing about build games in general being tough, because Shadow Warrior isn't the most easiest of games. What else is on build? Tech War, but I don't think that's under Raze, is a difficult game. Surprisingly, Witchhaven, that's also build. That was quite fun actually, quite enjoyed Witchhaven. I need to play the second one at some point. Yes, I think I know how to remember. So with Doom, what they did was it kind of gave you a launcher, and I think they've put Hexen under there because it's, if you remember most of the Doom ports, they will allow you to use the Hexen WAD files onto, because it's like the same engine almost. kind of. It's a modified Doom engine because you've got the extra bits. But I think that's how they've done it, if I remember rightly. Because I do remember that's how it's done. And I think, what else have I got extra on there? I've got Project Osiris. So I think that was Arcturus Deluxe who did that. They put that as an actual download through their launcher thing. That was quite good. And I think they also gave out, was it Splatterhouse? So someone's done a Doom Splatterhouse. That was kind of weird. But yeah, that's true, that as well. Yeah, so if you've got an Oculus, in fact, let me go and get the site if you've never heard of it. Right, that's where you get, if you've got an Oculus, that's where you want to get the app. So basically what it does, I think it gives you one or two options. You can sideload it in, and or you can have the desktop app. The good thing about the desktop app is I think it gives you, and I can't remember if it's still working or not, when I do VR streams on here, which is rare, but I do them, when you load the side Quest VR app on your desktop, it'll give you access to what's known as a streamcast, so you can use that window onto here, which you've done before. And you can also upload games via that application, so it's almost like a file access, because it's basically an Android device. You can access the hard drive, can't you? So it basically gives you that kind of thing, so you can just upload stuff into there. And I think it gives you other ways to add stuff to your games and things, because you still need to get into, once you put on Doom and things like that, you'll need to add the WAD files on there, so it'll let you do it that way by adding the files in, if you see what I mean, that way. But that's essentially it. But yeah. The other thing I also recommend on SideQuest, one that I really do recommend, one of the ports is, two things actually. So they've ported over Jedi Knight Outcast. Now, if you remember playing that on PC, you were it was mostly first person, and I think you had a choice between first person or third person for the lightsaber. Now, under VR, it's freehand lightsaber. None of this kind of, you restricted because of the mouse. Freehand lightsaber. So one hand is lightsaber, the other hand is force powers. And this is, like I said, Jedi Outcast. Amazing. One thing I will say though, because you might not get it, is it took me ages to work out how to do the saber throw. And it is effectively a throw. So you basically do this with the grips, and then I think you've got to keep it out there for it to do the. You'll get what I mean when you just you flick it like that, and it should just do a lightsaber throw. They have done Jedi Academy as well, so those two are great. But the other one I also want to recommend is, if you're into retro, they should still have Virtual Boy emulation. And the good thing about that is, the Virtual Boy was effectively like a headset but on a stand, but now you've got your own headset, and you don't have to worry about the headache stuff, which is, because, you know, you've got your new device, and it. Okay, for some people it's going to give headaches, but for those of us that can, let me rephrase that. So originally, if you knew about the Virtual Boy, it gave pretty much anyone a headache. I think it gave most people a headache because of the way that the technology worked. Now with the VR we've got, it's a bit better, but there are certain people that can't still use it because of causes some issues, and it's like sickness or something like that. But the emulator for the Virtual Boy on VR is amazing, so I would definitely recommend that one. I think that's a better way to explain it. Love me a good saber throw. Yeah, it took me ages to work it out because I was doing things like if you press the you know how the how these have on the button you can this button here you can push in. One of those I think switches you to third person mode. So I was jumping, hitting third person mode and expecting it to do the secondary fire, which I remembered was this lightsaber throw. It just wouldn't work at all. But anyway, I worked it out in the end. Thought it was more neck-based due to how clunky the damn thing was. I'm sure there was some headache issue with it. But either way, still have a look at the Virtual Boy emulator. I think you'll find it quite good. Did I turn myself around? Oh, I need to go back. I forgot. So busy talking. The Exhumed box art looks like a great Virtual Boy. I think it's slightly different in the American box art, isn't it? I know it's called something different, but I'm sure that the cover art is different as well. I've now lost where I'm supposed to be going. No, don't want to go back. It's this side. Yeah, it's this side. And the sequence to this game like doing random walls or buttons, or is it very different? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think we've got to this place quicker than last time. Possibly. Lovely slice, yeah, lucky one. Don't always get it the first time. Yeah, the red strafe, I'm just not used to it. It's on the shoulder buttons. I keep telling myself to use it, but I'm just so used to, in Doom, just doing it that way. Because it's quicker for me to do it. Yeah, it's fine. I get it. I'd probably be saying it to other people as well, but it's fine. I just need to remember it's there. Look, there we go. Shoulder buttons. Come on, get yourself killed. No. Of course you know. Oh, wait a minute. That's why. Grab quick. I messed up there. No shoulder challenge. I've got a feeling I'm gonna die. Ah. Oh. Oh. Right, it's fine. I'm being an idiot. That's right. Yes. That's in monster fighting between the same class. Come on, you swine. Got you. Oh, it's a jumping puzzle. I think we didn't get past this part. No! Ah! Don't believe it. Gravity, our greatest enemy. Oh. I think these power-ups are random as to what you get, which is good. No fly this time? No, appears not. Oh. Do not know if I managed to do that last time. Don't think there's any point with this boost, but... Right. Wish me luck. Wait. Cool. Right, so this is the furthest I've gone. So I don't recall this. And these are the top areas from down there, if you remember. Ooh. No. Ah. Ah. I gotta go do all that again now. Damn it. Better fail the jumping puzzle this time. Wait, wrong way. I don't think so. Oh, no. Oh. Mother. Don't believe it. I'll get round the corner and then I'm going to stop for a break. Oh, that was stupid. Wasn't expecting him to come out. Yeah, it's navigatable, but again, it's just fiddly. Right, I'm gonna have a bit of a break, so I'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
Unauthorized access in engineering control. Unauthorized access in engineering control. Class C security alert.
Welcome back. Apologies, cat wanted something to drink. That is not the right cable. There we go, it's correct the first time. Okay, right. Oh, that's it, go fight each other. Well, that was a waste of time. At least the jumping's kind of floaty. I think that's the problem. Floaty jumping isn't fun. Not in my view anyway. What? Where did you come from? Sod. Thing is, there's a check there already. Running out of weapons again. This might have to be a restart. More health than anything else. He's still shooting at me from under the floor. That was quite an interesting bug. Oh. Okay, didn't realise. No, I completely forgot it was there, sorry. So, enemy killed itself. Go for it. Go for that one. Flying thing should have been dead by now. Yep. Onto here. Turn this on. Yeah. There we go. Right, this part. Oh, Jesus, that was almost off. Yeah, move. Don't need to go around again like last time. Come on. Go kill each other. Come on. Oh, where have you gone? Okay, that was weird. Unless you fell off. Oh, wait a minute. Right, we've never been here before. So is this a trap? That's the question. Oh, wait a minute. No. Just a bit. Allows you to breathe underwater. Sobek mask. Cool, I've got a raid from Zypho. Give me a second. Hello everyone, just give me a moment. Thank you for the follow there, Flow Walker. I'm assuming that was... I was gonna say... not Fallout, what's the other one? Far Cry, I don't think it is, no. Thank you for the raid, Zypho. Hopefully, everybody had a good New Year and Christmas. This is my second stream of the year, so I'm doing Exhumed or Powerslave on the Sega Saturn, and it is real hardware. That's my controller. One issue that I just had is we did play this before December started, and it saved the game, but it must have corrupted because we've had to start this again. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. What were you doing? You were playing Frontier Force on the Sega Master System, a new Sega Master System game. Hopefully that was good. What type of game is it? Is it a platform or anything like that? Tell me why I had to be a power slave. Well, my go live notification for this one, and for those of you dad love joke, look, those of you dad joke lovers out there will probably like it. I put exhuming a stream from 2025. So very dad jokey there. Hello there, Arnie and Booba Alova. Thank you, and hello. So we're kind of further than I've been last time, which is good. And I'm about to speak to Ramses, so give me a second.
You have succeeded in collecting yet another cherished artifact. Your heroic skills have kept you from joining the Kingdom of the Dead. Travel south now, through Karnak, and cross the Great Nile River. There you will find a strong weapon that will break through the stone of a weak wall. Beware though, for the path that leads beyond will take you to a place where a horrible beast dwells.
Ooh. Frontier Force is an amazing looking new game. It's single screen, bloke runs across the bottom of the screen shooting up at aliens. A bit like Centipede meets Space Invaders Gallagher, but gorgeous looking. The only other game I can think about a person running across the bottom of the screen shooting upwards is... Didn't Contra 4 do that in certain sections? I seem to recall that. I'm gonna go back to Karnak. That's what he said. Right, so this time there is... Oh my god, can I jump that now? Don't think I will be able to jump it. Oh, I can. You remember this level? You did a playthrough of the PC version a couple of years back on Twitch. I think there's some differences between that and the Sega. Yeah, there is. I was saying this one here with a transmitter, which I don't think is in the PC version. On certain map segments, you'll hear this beeping, and that's because the transmitter's there. And then you got to listen to where the beeping is on the level to find out where the pieces are. There's one. I'll have to go back to it, but I'll have to see whether I can actually find it or not. But there's also a PS1 version as well, apparently. That's not the beeping, by the way. I think there's many changes for the PC version. Oops. Hang on a minute, when you said PC version, are you talking about a DOS version or the remake? Because there is the remake, isn't there? Wait, that's the PC version? I think that's what it is. So the transmitter, let me just double check this. Because I'm sure that I just explained it was a while ago. It was something to do with some new game, but I think there's a difference. Let me just double check. Oh no, the transmitter is something else. So I'm just going to reread this so I remember, because I read this on the first time I played this. Exclusive to the Sega Saturn version is a hidden game called Death Tank. It's unlocked by collecting all 23 team dolls hidden in the game. Because it's released in PAL regions before Death Tank was complete, the PAL Sega Saturn version does not include Death Tank. So that's a slight difference between the two. But the yeah, 8 pieces of radio transmission device hidden in 8 stages. Stages with a hidden transmitter piece will emit a beeping noise. Collecting those pieces will affect the ending of the game. So it's just a slight different ending. No, that's not where I want to go. Down here is where I want to go. Why I'm coming down here? I thought this is where I need to be. Apparently not. I must have missed something. And in case you didn't know, the Saturn version is the original version. Or at least the version that came out first. Something. And this is the only one where there's a... the PC version, right, hang on. When you say PC version, are we talking the one that came out recently? I need that clarifying, because when you say PC version, we've now got the DOS version, and then we've got the Windows version, I'm assuming? MS-DOS, right, okay, thanks for that, sorry. I will find out for you. I keep putting Exhumed Wikipedia because this is how it's known here, but it keeps coming up with a band called Exhumed. So what does it say about the MS-DOS version? MS-DOS version of Powerslave features many differences from the console versions. The MS-DOS version was built on a build engine licensed from 3D Realms. The version uses a slightly earlier version of the game. The version uses a slightly earlier version of the game. Let me start that one more time. The version uses a slightly earlier version of the engine, so that's an earlier version of the build engine, made sometime before the version used in Duke Nukem 3D. The light sourcing from the slave driver engine is not used. The build engine's own light sourcing is used instead, so the game uses fake dynamic lighting where sectors light up as projectiles or glowing objects in a general pass through. The HUD interface is different, featuring an ammo counter, lungs, oxygen levels for swimming, and animated mana and blood vessels. Players have usable mana energy that can cast spells once the spell has been acquired. E.g., collecting a torch allows the player to use energy to illuminate dark areas. Ammo is not universal. Instead of blue orbs, which is what you see what I'm doing now, usable for all weapons, separate ammo is needed. Grenades are used instead of Amun Mines. Some sprites are different, e.g. the M60 machine gun. Sprites are larger and more animated in general. Audible words are used for the player character instead of grunts. Mummies fire a white skull attack or a partly homing red one that when hit turns the player into mummy mode momentarily, additionally granting him with the most powerful weapon in the game.
Talon 1024. You have picked out the lost patrol.
The mummy staff, which can be used to destroy all enemies within the range of the player. Checkpoints are placed throughout the level of indication. Checkpoints are placed throughout the level by indication of golden scarabs, and saving happens automatically between the levels. Levels are conducted in more linear format. Players can replay previously completed levels. There's no incentive to do so any longer as backtracking is not present. See, in this game, you can just backtrack anywhere, so it looks like they've basically changed a lot of the DOS version over this version. I think Saturn and PS1 are fairly similar between each other. So yeah, there's definitely massive differences between this and the DOS version. I'm not going through everything obviously, but yeah, you get that hopefully. DOS version uses a build engine and Saturn version uses a custom engine called Slave Driver. The re-release of the Night Dive is based on a Saturn version. Ah, right, so there you go. So, yeah. Remaster for this game is on PC, and then you got the DOS version, which is completely different. Now I can't remember if I played through the MS-DOS version or Night Dive Master. Well, I think the difference will be is CDs here. It's basically saying that the ammo, those things that let me start that again. These things here come in two forms. This one I can't pick up because it's health. My health is full, and then you get a blue or grey version for the weapons, whereas the DOS version you don't get that. I think that's, if you remember that, then you should be able to know the difference. If not, then you might have to replay it again, I don't know. I suppose if you remember what it was, but I think you don't, so you can't remember it. I think that's what you said. Yeah, sorry, you did say that. That's my fault. DOS version and Saturn version share the most graphics. They seem to have changed a lot in the PC version. I mean, the idea of spells feels a bit sort of kind of weird now. But the idea of picking up the mummy staff when you get turned into a mummy is an interesting idea. Oh, I know what I can do. I know where I need to be. Up here is more water. That's where I need to be. You did Night Dive Remaster. Okay, so basically you have played this game then. Just a prettier version of it. Best take some air first. Oh, I see. So you give me creatures I've got to avoid and I can't even shoot at them. Bit unfair. Oh, cool. Get back over here. And now I've got better health capacity, it means that I feel a bit like Zelda. Got my new heart. Remember hunting some of the dolls now too. Well, if you didn't... Yeah, so basically you should get the, was it, Death Tank game if you get them all. It's just unfortunate the PAL version doesn't have it. Yeah. Got you. What? Oh. Symbol of power, so still got a door to open. That would be, oh, I know where we're going. Think, is it this way? No, I know where we're going, he says, and I completely figure out where I'm going. I can see it in my head, but I can't. It's up here. Yes. Can I jump over? Yes. I don't know if I mentioned this previously in the last episode, but the sound, what do they call the dogs? It's a Horus or something. The sound that they make I've heard before and I can't think why. Anubis, that's what I think they are. Or at least look like. It's definitely from a game. I can't remember if it's a build engine game that I'm thinking the sound effect is from. So weapon power is the only spell available in this game. DOS version had an underwater breathing spell, light spell, and an invulnerability spell in addition to weapon power up spell. Right, so I don't think there's anything to do with light. Invulnerability is a pickup, and the underwater breathing is an artifact. So you get the samples of Kumtet, which is jumping, basically, it's sandals. This is the breathing underwater thing, Why they changed it to a spell, I don't know. Methinks they could have made this version run under DOS if they used a Quake engine. I'm sure I've heard the Anubis sound. Bugging me because I'm playing it in my head and I know I've heard it. It'll come to me. Oh, I wonder if I... Yeah. And there's another transmitter here. It's not Diablo, is it? The Anubis sound. Maybe I'm having difficulty thinking about it because I think it might be a FPS, but it might not be an FPS. So does this work in the water? Yes. Right, okay. That's what I did wrong. Suppose it makes sense in a way. Come on. Right, so you can't change weapons underwater, but it gives you the weapon power up. Weapon item. Come on. Come on. There we go. What? Oh, the bomb. I found the bomb? Ah. Right, okay. So the bomb doesn't do anything with this. Must do something now. Ad starting in a minute, unless you're already in the ad section, which I do apologise for. Right. Right, I'll be back in a few minutes because we've got ads.
far away in the distant future, on an asteroid that was once the Earth. Man comes face to face with the destiny of mankind. Embark on a fantastic adventure and experience for yourself one of the greatest epics of all time. You must make the difficult choices for 4 compelling characters, each confronted with a different set of soul-wrenching challenges in the eternal battle between heroes and gods. Discover 6 original universes, rich with sweeping landscapes, mysterious interiors, and intriguing technologies, accompanied by Richard Wagner's musical masterpiece. Fearless heroes, proud valkyries, and cunning dwarves await you, as together you walk a path of tyranny, greed, rebellion, and hope. Ring. The legend is in your hands.
This crime I have committed freely and have paid for with my own soul. But if you take the ring to your master, it will fly in the face of all you attempt, of all that was and is and shall be. This ring belongs to me. I invoke curses to obtain this ring, and now, in turn, I curse it too. May it bring death to he who wears it. May all lust after it, and may he who wears it know nothing but pain and anxiety. May the master of the ring become its slave for all eternity. May he live in the unremitting grip of fear, and doomed to death, may he suffer the agony of unfulfilled desires until I have in my hand again that which was taken from me.
Ring.
Welcome back, everybody, and I think I found out. Hang on. Wrong audio. There we go. Right, so I was saying about the Anubis heads. It's just come to me. In Diablo 2, you get those, in the early sections, you get those small little monsters that if you attack them too close to the shaman resurrects them, if you know what I mean. The sound of that shaman when you hit him is similar, or very similar to, the same or very similar as the Anubis heads. I think that's where I'm getting it from. assuming there's a button somewhere I've missed. Definitely hear this transmitter. It's louder over here. Don't see how it's in that room. Unless... Unless it's this way. I can use the bombs. Nope. There'll be something that opens up this then. It's not opening on its own. Ah! Oh no! That was a nasty trap. I'm going to play for another 20 minutes and then I'm going to call it a stream, I think. But we will double check to make sure everything is fine. Can't guarantee that we won't have to play this all over again next time from the start. I'm gonna take a hit. Yeah, just a bit. Oh, I don't have the bombs yet. Is that? No, it's fine. Right, I could jump over there, but I've only got... Don't think I have that. So... Okay, that was weird. Must have been enemies behind a door. Oh, I've seen this. Okay. So there's other areas for us to find still. Just not entirely sure. Gonna have to get the map out. We've got this area here which seems to lead to death. We got bombs underwater, so that would indicate there are some paths underwater that we've not seen. See, by the looks of things on the map, it looks like we've explored pretty much everywhere. I mean, it's still up here, but I cannot jump up there. So there's some way of getting up there. Certainly. And there's a door over there, but I don't know whether... No. Not taking the potential risk, since we've already seen us dying. Need a symbol of power. Unless this is one of those areas I need to come back to. I must need to come back to it because I cannot get past this. I'll have to come back to the mines. So let me have a look at saving. Excuse me. Nothing specific about saving. Please save this time. I have an extra health and 4 weapons. Right, so according to this, I've got the three things, 2 things: the slippers and the mask. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset it. And then Right, so that's copied over to the cartridge memory. So we've got a load game there. Clearly. Oops. Didn't mean to open the drive door. Right, and then I'm going to unplug it. And then we're going to count to 30. That sounds weird. So I unplugged it. Actually, should I do it on 30 or a minute? Actually, I'll wait for a minute to pass. I'm going to replug it back in and see if it saves. Because it should be fine. For those of you that didn't see the issue, basically, it's got a save in there, but it's not. It didn't pick it up as a load. So I'm hoping now that it's seen a save and we've copied it over to the cartridge memory, that if it happens again on the system side, we can just copy it back over and maybe be okay with it. I don't know. Okay, so that's been a minute. Alright, it says load this time. Maybe whoever it was said that it was could be an issue with the was it Talon that said it or someone else? Sorry if I misremembered. Just have a look. BMT, I think it was. Yeah. So the idea that the system clock was off, maybe it didn't like it because it's trying to save a game from 1996 and it still thinks it's the first 94? Maybe? I don't know. Either way, cross fingers for next stream. We'll have to do that as a kind of get to a certain point, reset it, save it into cartridge memory, so then we've got like a backup, and then see what happens, I suppose. But yeah, we took it off for a minute, unplugged it off for the minute, and it's fine. So again, cross fingers. Right, that is it for today. Thank you very much for everyone popping in. Thank you to Zypho for the raid and Floor Walker for the follow. And yeah, thank you everyone for the chats and stuff. It's been cool. We will be doing this again because it's part of the long play. We'll be doing this again next Tuesday. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. I will tell you why in a minute. So first of all, I'm going back on Friday. We are going back to Age of Empires 2. Now we've completed the main game, but we need to complete the expansion, which is the Conquerors. Reason why I didn't do it the first time round is because I played so much of Age of Empires 2, I just wanted a break, which is why we ended up doing other things. But I'm in the mood now to do a fully completion, and now we're going to go and look at that expansion, so that will be on Friday. Sunday, we are returning to Miner 2049er. That is on the Mister via the Atari 800 core. Then Monday, back again for Amiga Format CD16. Hopefully some demo scene this time. And carrying on with Colorado, which yesterday we did manage to get a little bit further on. And then I might not be around on Tuesday because it's usually my indie game dev meetup, so I will keep you informed of that. If I'm not going to it, I'll be carrying on with Exhumed. If not, then we'll have to skip that Tuesday and do it the following Tuesday. But generally on Tuesdays, that's what we're playing, is Exhumed. Right, let's see who's available for raiding. Who have we got on? Got a few people on today. But we're going to go raid Pastor Plunger, who is doing, I think he's doing more Game Boy Color games. I think he's doing the 100 games challenge. Not sure which not sure which game he's doing. Currently, I believe he's watching a bit of Gladiators. Yeah. So Plunger has this thing of he'll play games for a bit and then he'll watch a bit of Gladiators and go back to gaming. So currently he's in the Gladiators thing. So let's go and raid Plunger. For the new year. And yeah, that is it. So hopefully see you all on Friday for some good old 90s RTS. Is it 90s? Late 90s, I think Age of Empires 2 came out. Pushing 2000. If not, the rest of my schedule. So until then, bye.
Sounds long.